So how much of the night do you think adults spend in REM sleep? What about children? For most adults, REM takes up about 20 to 25% of sleep, and this seems to be healthy during average sleep cycles. And for kids, approximately 50% of their sleep is spent in the REM stage, while the other 50% is divided between stages 1 through 4, and non-REM sleep cycles between light and deep. But as children grow older, the amount of sleep they need varies because toddlers need 11 to 14 hours, preschoolers need 10 to 13 hours, and so on and so forth. So now let's talk about how our sleep cycles change throughout the night. During the first half of the night, our sleep cycles last between 70 and 100 minutes. In this period, the third phase of non-REM sleep is longer. Most of our non-REM sleep occurs during this time, and then the REM sleep starts in the small 5-minute segments and gradually increases. Also, melatonin levels gradually increase as our body prepares for REM sleep. In the second half of the night, our sleep cycles extend to 90 to 120 minutes. The durations of REM sleep become longer and longer. The third phase of sleep, which is deep sleep, is either very short or may not occur at all. During this time, melatonin levels gradually decrease as our body prepares to wake up. As we get older, our sleep patterns naturally change. Sleep becomes lighter, meaning we don't sleep as deeply as we used to. We also wake up more often during the night and tend to get up earlier in the morning. This is because our periods of deep, slow-wave sleep become shorter. Additionally, our body's circadian rhythm, which is our internal clock that regulates the sleep-wake cycle over a 24-hour period, shifts forward. This means that we might feel sleepy earlier in the evening and wake up earlier in the morning. Another important point is that there's an increase in sleep disorders like insomnia and sleep apnea as we age. These can affect our overall sleep quality, so understanding them can help us take steps to improve our sleep as we get older. Well, what happens if you just don't get enough sleep? When you don't get enough sleep, several things can go wrong. First, you might have trouble focusing your eyes, leading to blurred vision. It becomes hard to see clearly, which can be frustrating and even dangerous. The lack of sleep also affects your ability to speak clearly. You might find it difficult to form sentences or articulate your thoughts properly, which can be embarrassing and confusing. And when you're taking a test, it's dangerous. Memory lapses are another common issue. Without enough rest, you might forget things easily or struggle to keep your thoughts coherent. This can make it hard to concentrate and perform well in school or work. Finally, not getting enough sleep can make you moody or irritable. You might find yourself snapping at others or feeling uncooperative, which can strain your relationships and make social interactions very difficult. Understanding these effects highlights the importance of getting enough sleep to maintain both your physical and mental health. Not only that, sleep has also been found as a determining factor for grades. One study found a direct correlation between grades and sleep times. So, how many hours do you think the students who made A's and B's got? Well, most of these students slept at an average of 7 hours and 21 minutes each night. Now, what about the students who got D's and F's? They typically got about 6 hours and 48 minutes of sleep. This just shows how important getting enough sleep is for academic performance. Even though correlation doesn't mean causation, it's still important because adequate sleep improves concentration, memory, and overall cognitive function, which are crucial for learning. Ensuring you get a good night's rest can significantly impact your grades in this way. Now let's talk about drowsiness. Drowsiness can have many causes, both biological and non-biologically. Biologically, drowsiness is often caused by the chemical buildup of adenosine in our blood. Remember adenosine? It's a substance that makes us feel sleepy as it accumulates throughout the day. Non-biological factors like depression, anxiety, stress, illness, medications, and even boredom can cause drowsiness. It's important to understand these causes because drowsiness is a red alert. It is an indicator that your body is not getting enough sleep and a signal that you need to rest. Never ever drive while drowsy. Every year, drowsy driving is responsible for about 100,000 car accidents, leading to about 1,500 deaths and 71,000 injuries. Always make sure you're well rested before driving to prevent these tragic outcomes. And how much sleep you need varies by the individual. The current recommendation for adults, as shown by the World Health Organization, is about 7 to 9 hours, while it is 8 to 10 hours for teenagers. Studies have found that mortality actually increases if you consistently get under 7 hours of sleep per night. However, it is not quite a linear relationship, because mortality also increases if you get over 9 hours of sleep per night. So that's why you shouldn't sleep too less, but also don't sleep too much. Can you think of confounding variables that may affect this fact? Many people who are actually chronically ill stay in bed for longer periods of time. Also, many people with poor quality of sleep lay in bed for longer to try and compensate for this. Our society is structured around long working hours, leaving us exhausted, and this can definitely affect our overall health and leave us staying in bed for longer as our bodies try and catch up on our daytime demands.